All right, today let's get a little meta and talk about flying and filming while we're flying and filming. Let's go. Let's talk about flying and filming. So, the reason I want to talk about this is because I feel like a lot of people see like Tucker Gott and Mark Honeycutt and just assume that like once they get on a paramotor, they'll be able to go out and do all of that. And I am as guilty as anybody because that's what I thought was going to happen too. And I'm here to tell you, don't do it. And I know I'm a little hypocritical doing it right now, but this is kind of the thought process behind all of this, which is basically filming is hard. And I don't mean just like grabbing your phone and taking a video of your kids or something. I'm talking more like making a video, right? For instance, if I did this right, there is a 15-second shot at the beginning of this video, which is just 3 5-second shots of my truck on the road. Right? This is like a staple of YouTube, where basically, you know, you get the cool shot of your vehicle going somewhere. Really cool shot. Really makes it look professional and cinematic and blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing about that shot. That 15 seconds took me about 30 minutes to get. Between having to pull the drone out and fly it around, and get it set up, and then drive one place, and then drive another place. Like, it takes a little bit of time to get that whole thing set up. And it might not take, you know, that much time every time, but it does take a little bit of time a bunch of times. Same with the opening shot of me taking off, right? If I got the shot that I want, there's a video of me from the drone taking off. So, but that's not actually this flight. That's what I want to impart, is like that flight, I literally went up, so I put the drone up, I flew around to get the shot, and then I immediately landed to land the drone and put all of my gear away so that I could then come out now and go fly around. So again, it doesn't take a ton of time. It took maybe 10 minutes from start to finish, 10 minutes of extra time. But add all those up, and you're looking at probably an extra hour of time that I spent just trying to take a video. And the reason I want to talk about that is because I think it's important that you set your intention when you start flying. And so today my intention was to make this video. And so the flying kind of takes a back seat a little bit, which can be a tiny bit dangerous, right? The last thing that you want to do is be flying around and not be paying attention, because that's when you get hurt, right? That's when you forget to check stuff. That's when you get in a hurry. Another thing about making videos with a paramotor is we only really get this hour in the morning and an hour at night to do our thing. And so we have to be really careful about how much time we take making a video versus flying around. And that's really important, because like I said, we only really have an hour. So one of the things that I did today was I started at like 11 o'clock, making sure all my gear was set up, ready to go. And I had all my SD cards formatted and plenty of space, right? Like I checked all of that way before I actually got out here to fly. That way, when I got out here to fly, I knew I could just turn it on and go. Check this tree out. This is cool. So, and this applies to a lot of things, right? So, like, I don't just fly a paramotor. I very often do woodworking. I like to do home improvement stuff. And anytime you add video onto that, it's going to take a considerably longer time to do what you're doing. And it's just something to be aware of. That if your intention is to make a piece of furniture, then make a piece of furniture. If your intention is to make a video, but understand that that piece of furniture is now kind of the secondary thing that you're doing. Rather than being what you're doing, it is the subject of what you're doing. I think that's a really important distinction. So, and I want to point out that, like, I'm just as guilty as anybody else, right? Like, I'm out here with 20 hours on a paramotor, making a video. But like I said, I think the big distinction there is I set out today to make this video. This is the reason that I came out here, was to do this. And so, like, I did a lot of prep work. Like I said, I formatted my SD cards and made sure they were ready to go. I charged all my batteries early so that I knew that they were ready to go as well. And the other thing too, I've flown this exact flight before. I know where the power lines are. I know what to look out for. I know where I'm going. I don't have to think about the piloting all that much. And that's really important, right? I don't want to have to be thinking about what I'm doing. And that's really important to make sure that you stay safe. Because the last thing that you want to do is get hurt. So, you know, I made sure that everything was ready to go. Everything was all set up. So that I could come out here and make a video, right? Like I said, I think today my goal, my hobby, what I'm doing is making a video. The subject of my video is flying. I always like flying over these tractors. Always worried one day they're going to come out and like shoot me down. So I do have my strobe today, and it is on. So I am legal as far as being out after sunset. I do want to make sure I get back prior to when it actually gets dark. So I might turn around and blast up to like 3,000 feet. So I think I've imparted what I want to impart, which is just be careful, set your intention, know what you're doing, and make sure that when you're flying and filming, or really filming and doing anything, that you're filming, that you understand that you're filming that, and that's what you're doing that day, and stay safe out there. All right, let's blast up, and we'll have some more fun. right, so I got about 1,800 feet of altitude. My LZ's right there, right down in front of us. So once I get over it, I'm gonna cut the engine, stow my throttle, and just soar down. Take a look at how pretty it is out here, because man, it's pretty. It's cold, but it's pretty. We're really not moving that quick. We're doing about 20. For a while there, we were almost parked, but dropped about 1,000 feet, and that seemed to help a lot. So, stow my brakes. This is always somewhat terrifying. All right, we are off power. Clip this guy in. I'll do trims up. Man, it is so nice to turn the engine off. Such a different experience. And look at how pretty it is. The mountains, you can see Long's Peak. There's the truck, waiting to take me home. Now we're going to try and put it down right next to the truck. That's kind of the plan. About probably 40 feet southeast of the truck is where I want to put it. This is something that you should do a lot of. Turn your engine off, or at the very least have your engine basically idle and fly it in. It'll really help get your spot landings down so that if you ever have an engine out, it's no big deal. You've done it a million times. It's something that I am doing more of because, for one, it's really peaceful to do it. It's like I got a spectator. See if we've got any wind. Nope. All right. Winds are totally calm. And I'm going to be a little long here. A little is a... understatement, but... That was nice. That landing wasn't perfect, but I'll try it again. I'm always afraid to go short because I don't want to end up on the road. But Yeah, that was a little longer than I wanted to go. But that's right. Well, I'll get packed up and we'll do an outro. Oh my god, I've tried to make this outro like 10 times. And I made one good one and my microphone was clicking. Whatever. Anyways, the point is, you can fly and have fun, you can make videos and have fun, but make sure that you know when you leave your house what you're doing. If you're going out just to fly, don't try and make a video, focus on flying. If you're going out to make a video, make sure you have all your flying stuff set up, ready to go, so that you're doing it safely and smartly. Have all your video stuff set up, ready to go, so that you can focus as little as possible on the camera gear and equipment, and focus as much as possible on flying and making good content. Flying and making videos are two different things, and they are at odds with each other, so make sure that you know which one you're doing when you leave. So, that being said, this is probably my last video for the year. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's. Stay safe, don't travel, stay at home, wear a mask, and I'll see you guys next year. Peace.